Hello everyone, this is Tytar Jr. again with another Warcraft Reforged World Editor video. I've been skeptical about posting videos just because of the Warcraft 3 debacle that we all know about, the Reforged debacle that is. People keep reaching out to me via comments and also through messages, so it's clear that people are wanting these videos, so I will continue to make them as long as people want them. So just give me a thumbs up if you liked the video and a comment if you have any questions or if you liked it. So let's get started. So this is going to be a follow-up to part 2, if you guys want to watch that. So basically this time we're going to cover the difference between having a specific item versus an item of type. Now what this means is, let's pretend that this is a single player game, and let's pretend that, I don't know, just for example purposes, I'm going to do, let's say that you couldn't actually see what was going on back here, even though we can, clearly. So let's just say there are these gates and then the main gate, and you're trying to make the player find the actual key to get through this gate. So let's say this. Let's say these gates right here, they can use any type of regular key and they will open, right? Now we need a specific key in order for this one to open, and that's locked back here. And let's say you can't see back here, like I said, and we're having the player try to figure out which one has the real key, and the real key is right here. So why is this important? Think about this. Let's use Legend of Zelda as a reference or something. So let's say there's a regular sword, and the regular sword drops all the time, and then there's the Master Sword. And so there's obviously a difference, because the Master Sword is a very, very important item in the game, and it's considered a quest item, such as this golden key. This is the golden key, and these are just regular keys, by the way. That is an important item that you can reference specifically because it is a quest item, whereas a generic item like a treasure chest key or just a generic gate key, you want them to be able to be dropped by monsters, dropped by barrels, as you can see right here. You want this to be basically, you don't have to point to a specific key each and every time, because the way we did it last time is what we're going to do with this golden key over here is, if they have this specific item or this specific item or this one, so on and so forth, then open up the gate. But we want it to be, if they find any key anywhere on the map, then open up this gate or this gate or this gate, whichever gate they approach, right? And they need a very specific one from the trigger that we built last time to open up this main gate. So here's how we're going to do this. So we're going to call this trigger gate 1, okay? And then a unit enters region. So why are we doing this? Think about this for a second. I want you guys to think about triggers to make things simple. It has nothing to do with the key yet. Think about it as a linear progression. You have to think of it the way that the game is thinking of it. It's a storyline, essentially, is what it is. It's a cause and then an action. Everything has a reaction to what you basically put in the triggers. So an event is basically what happens. Think about this logically. They enter a region. That's the event. That's what, it doesn't matter if they have the key, it doesn't matter anything. What is the event? The event is a unit enters region. So we're going to select the region. Let's start with this one, gate number 1. So now we have to think, okay, we want the gate to open, but only if they have a key. Now, before I move on, I don't want you guys to forget this. You're going to want to put a special condition if you have multiple players or multiple units of control and you want a specific type of unit to only be able to enter these gates. That's something worth noticing, because this is generic right now. This is just any unit enters. So if there's a rabbit running around, or if there's another player running around and you don't want them to be able to have this access, you're going to want to go into conditions and then specify that, but that's for another video, just so you guys are aware. So we need to determine an if-then-else statement. So that's basically the same thing as an event, condition, and action. I just really like to use it. So there is if-then-else multiple functions and if-then-else. In my honest, humble opinion, never, ever, ever use if-then-else. Always use this one. Now the reason why, very quickly, notice how these are static and they all stack into one thing, and basically you put whatever condition you want and then an action and then another action. Well, if you do multiple functions, you press OK, and now you can stack it so much easier in here, because then you can put one down, and then I'm just showing you, for example, see how much easier that is instead of just having it all, like you have to go into just a giant menu and a giant string. So always do this. So this is the next thing we're going to need, is an if-then-else statement. It's basically saying, if this happens, then do the action. So what is our condition? Well, our condition, let's think about this logically again. If we have any type of generic key, there's one hidden in this barrel as well. If this paladin, has one of these keys, then we can open the gate. Condition, action. You see what I'm saying? So if, I believe it's item type comparison, let me check. Let's see, it's actually going to be Boolean. I think I did that last time too. Let's see. Yes, so hero has item is the one we used last time. Hero has item of type. This means, first let's select our paladin. This means if they have any of this specific type of item, and it doesn't have to be a key, it can be anything you define. If they have this regular key, which is one I created, if they have this item of type equal to true, meaning they do have it, then what's the action? Destructible, open, close, destroy, gate. So we're going to open the gate because we chose this region, so it wouldn't make sense to choose one of these gates unless you were trying to do like a puzzle type thing. I'm going to choose this. Okay, and then this is where it can be confusing, but think about it this way. Else. What does else mean? So there's if, then, else. So if is the condition, then is the action. Else basically means, well, the game is asking you, it's saying, well, if he doesn't have that key, because that's the condition you've put in here, what do you want me to do instead? What we want to do instead is do nothing. Why do we want to do nothing? We don't want to leave it open-ended because that could theoretically cause problems, just having an open loop like that. But do nothing specifies do nothing. So I always, for good practice, good measure, put do nothing under else if there's nothing else to do. But if there is something else to do, you can specify that, but that's not for this video. So we have gate 1, and we're not going to do all 4, we're just going to do 2 so you can see that it works for multiple. You get the idea after that. So I'm just changing the region now because this is the second trigger. Okay. And we don't need to change this because it's saying if he has an item of type regular key equal to true, then open the gate, because these gates require any type of regular key. And so that's done. You see that? Now that I think about it, I have to have this one open because the golden key is back there. So I'm going to do 3 of them. Oops. Okay. Go through here. And if you're missing what I'm doing, it's essentially the same thing that I've done twice now. There's nothing crazy going on here. Just making it so if I enter this region with the key, this gate opens and I can grab that. Okay, and then the last one is a refresher course as to what you remember doing from last one if you saw the last video. Main gate. So, has item. Go. So what did I do just now? So basically, I said if a unit enters region 003 and the paladin has the golden key, which is this one that's located back here, Then, actually we need the main gate to be this one right here, region 002. So, if a unit enters this region, and they have the golden key, which is here, then we open the main Elven gate. Else, do nothing. So, have you guys noticed the difference yet? So, has golden key versus has item of type. See the difference? So this one, the main gate, requires this item specifically. If there's another golden key somewhere else, it will not work with this gate, and that's important. Okay? Whereas these ones are just generic keys. So let's go ahead and test it. Typing in the cheat like last time. Okay, so just to show you that these will not open, gate doesn't open, and gate doesn't open, and those other ones are just copies of this, so it won't open. So we know if we destroy this barrel, something will drop. Oh, there's a generic key. Okay? And we're pretending we cannot see these murlocs, and the gate opens because we have a generic key. So that was specifically an item that wasn't even being referenced. It dropped after the map was loaded, so the trigger referenced this key, which technically did not exist when the map first loaded, so that's the value of having an item of type. Or, if I wanted to do this one, even though it's the same item, it's the same type of item, if you see what I'm saying. The gate opens. Drop this one, grab this key. So hopefully you can see the value and what this can bring to some of your custom maps. It can be keys, it can be different types of items for different things. Think about what you can do with this. So I'm going to drop this. I'm going to grab the golden key now. And then the gate's going to open. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like if you liked the video. Questions in the comments if you got them, or any thoughts, anything like that. I will be making more of these videos, and as time goes on they will get more and more technical. I'm just building upon the foundation of what we have. I appreciate you guys watching, and have a good day.